don't know Aman, I'm sure you've seen him on your screens and ads on TVs and especially on Netflix. Aman's a lawyer turned actor who's known for the super fun film Ludo, and he's done a good role in Made in Heaven as well, the series. And he's done a couple of more things, and I've had the pleasure of directing him, as well for an ad film recently. So welcome, Aman. Welcome to the Perfect Health Mela.
I thank you for having me.
So awesome. So Aman, I think everyone would have the first question, which is, how come lawyer turned actor? What was the transition?
I hated my job. Like I hated it. I think it's incredible to be a lawyer or to do any profession. My father's a lawyer. My wife is a lawyer. But I guess it's to get through a week, to actually spend 5 days a week, to spend 7 days a week,
Hmm.
uh, to be actually happy about your life. I think it's something which we don't value as much. We get stuck in a grind, and we get stuck in this concept where we're like, we have to succeed, and money and responsibilities, and yeah, for some people it is difficult to branch out. I had the luxury wherein my family was stable enough that they could allow me to quit a stable income and to sort of explore other avenues. That said, the only reason I quit was because being in law, I was in litigation, man. All I heard was every day I was just having calls coming in from people who were just miserable, unhappy. People don't go to lawyers and doctors when they're happy. People go to lawyers and doctors when they have a problem, and they're unhappy, or they're ill, or they need something. Um, and somehow you really have to be a caregiver, and have a lot of empathy, I think, to be in either of these fields where you can take out time and also give sound advice to people. So for me, when I was making the transition, it was quite easy because I was doing something which I really enjoy doing. It's really stupid. It's really fun. Acting is great. It's one of those few life choices where you can explore and sort of be an artist and do whatever you want, and every day can be a different day. On a set, you're a different character, you're a different person, you're a different individual, and you're just exploring beautiful facets of being human.
So no monotony.
Absolutely, no
Yeah.
monotony. Yeah, no monotony at all.
So tell us about your journey. How did it start? Did you take classes, or what is acting all about for you?
Yeah, so I when I was transitioning out of law, I moved to I went for a course to Pondicherry in Auroville. It's called Source of Performance Energy. It's a really beautiful course which is in a eco village. They make sure that you disconnect from the internet, from TV, from appliances, and you sort of have this holistic approach to life where you're acting on stage, and you're sort of living inside sand pits, and you're doing martial arts and learning how to play kuti, which is like an instrument like a tabla. And I spent a week there just as a summer workshop for like 1 week, and that was enough to get me a taste, to get me excited for something, and to push me sort of over the edge. Obviously, when I left law, which was all the way in like 2016, my calculated decision was to move to New York. So I moved to New York. I got in touch with the William Esper studio, which is run by this gentleman called Bill Esper. He's a student of Stanford Meisner, and Stanford Meisner is a student of Stanislavski. So Stanislavski is the guy who's written the books that every single actor follows. It's called Method Acting. Is made by Stanislavski. So he has two star pupils. One is Stanford Meisner, the other one is Stella Adler, and they have their own take on acting and their own approach to acting, which is really fascinating. They talk about repetition because something which people who aren't actors don't know that, right? Which is such
Yeah.
a fascinating thing. And you, as a director, definitely know this, that when we are shooting for something in our craft, even when that one take was perfect, you still do 10 takes,
Yeah.
right?
There's nothing perfect in art.
Right. And unfortunately, when you see it from the other side, you're like, oh, yeah, just, that's easy. That ad was 20 seconds. It must have taken you 20 seconds to make it. right? Or like that scene was, oh, it's a 5 minute scene, must have taken them 5 minutes, 10 minutes. What they don't know is, what people don't know is that 5 minute scene could have taken 5 days
Yeah,
to just, like, and this is like without CGI and Marvel. Like Marvel is like Disney and Marvel and CG. I mean, that stuff is taking them months to make 5 minutes of.
yeah,
Here, here for just like human beings talking to other human beings, sometimes can take you days just to get that 5 minute scene.
definitely. It's just, see, again, I also feel that when I'm directing and I see actors, a lot of times it's not just you being a character, it's how the character is reacting.
Yeah,
So that's where I tend to, where that's where I find my emotions, from the
that's it.
movie that I want
See,
to
and
do.
that's a school of thought, right? That's such a
Yeah,
beautiful school of thought, what you said. So one of the instructors I had in my life, so he said acting is reacting.
yeah,
That's all he said. He said, I'll teach you something about acting. Acting is reacting. That was it. That was his total like words of wisdom. उसने 3 महीने से मेरे को एक ही चीज बोली, acting is reacting. और कुछ नहीं बोला उसने, right? That was it. He was like, you're not
yeah.
reacting.
I think so. What's your process? How do you approach a role?
I do a little bit of Meisner, which is sort of repetition. So every time you're repeating something, you try to keep the idea sort of being ratta. This is school mein hota tha na, ratta. So I wasn't a great student of ratta. Okay, I wasn't great at sort of memorizing words and sort of just taking it from there. So I was more of those kids who was like, अच्छा अब समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. Like that was sort of it. But yeah, so repetition as a concept is exactly that. It is ratta. So it's like, today you turn to me, you say, okay, this is your character. Now the base layer of my character is supposedly he is a person from Jaipur. Now I know I'm from Jaipur. I start from that. Now as you peel an onion, right? Now you're creating an onion. Now you keep peeling it. So now your second is, okay, now you're in an unhappy marriage in Jaipur. Now I know I'm a guy who's in Jaipur and I'm in an unhappy marriage. Now I know my layer 2. Now your layer 3 could be something very exciting, which is like you're fighting over child custody. I know so much about my character just from those 3 little steps, right? That as we keep exploring a scene, more and more things will come out, and you'll find out more about this character, of course. And then you can go focus on nuances. Then you can go focus on his mannerisms, his characteristics. But your core is always about what drives the character and sort of what is the character's motivation. And that to me is really fascinating, because that's how you can go from becoming one person to a completely different human being.
Yeah.
Is because of what our foundation is. So you always have to start with a foundation and then you sort of layer around it. And repetition helps a lot with that, because as you keep repeating a scene, as we were talking, that it's never that one take, right? It's those 10 takes. So by the time you're on take 3, take 4, now you really know where this guy is. And it keeps changing and evolving and becoming something beautiful and completely different.
Yeah, as soon as you start living their life for days and days, it tends to get even better, I think.
Oh, completely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, just speak to any actor who's like on a 6-month or like a 1-year schedule. By like month 4, they don't know who they were as people before they started. Like after those 6 months end, it actually, like, even when I was doing Ludo, now obviously my scene was my work was so limited in terms of how much I shot towards what got showcased. But that's also acting, right? It's not just you. It's like a team of 1,000 people that's working on a project. So your director, the DOP, then there's an editor who's really gonna stitch your story together to sort of make it unfold to the viewer. It's really fascinating. So even for Ludo, something which was as basic, I was told that this is what Basu told me on day 1. He said that when production calls you, don't pick up their calls, and don't say sorry to them if you're late. Just he's like, if you ever want to make it, don't listen to them. Just don't take their calls till the time you get your 10th call. Don't pick up. So I said, okay, that was a great icebreaker. And then he said, I want you to be, you're going to see this as a really boring character, because I want you to be a character who's rich, but understanding. I said, okay. He said, we haven't done that too many times in India, where we've done a character that's rich but understanding. Our rich characters are always
brats.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be the worst person on the planet,
Yeah.
Like if he's rich, God, he must be like a wife beater. There can be nothing else that he does. Like there needs to be a red flag. So he
Yeah.
said, what if you're just a nice guy? What if you're just an actually nice guy? There's nothing wrong with you. I'm sure you're weird in your own way, but there's no like massive red flag. You're not a murderer. You're just that's who you are, and you're just a genuine human being.
Yeah.
So to create that also, honestly, when I was doing that with him for like good 3 months, and he would tell me things, he was like, you're Shekhar Jalani. He's like, your roots are Gujarati and Sindhi. Even something as so simple as your roots are Gujarati and Sindhi. I
Yeah.
literally was becoming more and more this guy who was Gujarati and Sindhi. Like one day I was just eating theplas on set, and we were having a laugh, and he's like, yeah, now now you're half Gujarati, you're eating theplas at 6 in the evening. You've made it.
So
But yeah,
do you take like say references from already existing characters or your friends or people you've met? Do you try to bring in their mannerisms? For example, if you go for a Gujarati Sindhi, and if you already have a friend who has say a nuance about him, so how
yes,
do you?
absolutely. Absolutely, you're so right. That's such a important sort of thing. Is so acting, like if you speak to any of these people, right? They'll always tell you, like Meisner and Stanislavski. Their first few quotes were always about acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances,
Yeah.
right? So the living truthfully aspect was like really important. Now, yes, you can base your performance on another actor, on another character that you've already watched, and pop culture has ruined us, right? Like
Yeah.
there's only so far you can go before you're talking about like Star Wars or Harry Potter or like
Yeah.
even or like Rang De Basanti for us, like how
Yeah.
many times have you like gone to a restaurant and somebody's saying something about tax and your first thought is Dugna Lagan nahi dunga, like you have
Yeah.
Lagan in your head saying Dugna Lagan. So
Yeah, they become a part of our lives.
yeah, lines and dialogues and everything, they live in you, right? Because
Yeah.
you're also the viewer, you're also a person who's enjoying entertainment, and like every other person, an actor also sits at home with his family and watches Netflix, like
Yeah.
you do that, right? There are those things. But I personally, I really enjoy trying to incorporate people I have met or friends I've had, or friends I have, not even had, like have, or family that I have, and sort of take something from someone and sort of try to add that into a character. And I find that really rewarding.
I enjoy doing that because I see my characters in people. So if I have someone, if I'm thinking or writing a character, and if
Yeah,
I see and I know someone, I try to bring those their nuances, and I tell my actors, there's a friend I know, this is what he does, maybe bring that in. So maybe I think observation becomes a part of our lives, even when we're not in front or behind a camera. So what is your take on that? Like, are you constantly observing? Because I am. So it just changes the way I look at life every day. But what is your thought on that?
yeah, no, it's a
Is
great.
it hard to break away?
It's very hard to break away, but I think as a person in general, I've always been very inquisitive, very driven towards curiosity, very and something which is as basic as what was somebody wearing, or how does somebody laugh, or how does
Yeah,
somebody say something so specific. Like everyone has their own, like, yes, we're all from, okay, people that you grew up with, okay, yeah, okay, fine, we're from Delhi, we went to a school, whatever, but everyone has their own inflection, which
yeah,
is how they say certain words, which is very different. So I had a professor, he kept saying honestly. So I was playing a character, and uske page pe the word honest was there about some 7 times. So I was just like, you know what? I am gonna just do this like that professor. So I kept saying honestly. And the people that I was performing in front of, they couldn't stop laughing. Okay, they were just
yeah.
laughing, and I felt bad. Okay, in a way, definitely. Like now, when I look back, I feel bad because I'm pretty sure my professor,
Yeah, but
he wasn't.
it's a character. You're not pulling anyone's leg.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
the best part, right? You can get away with so much shit being an actor. You can get away with so much. Being a
yeah,
stand-up comedian and an actor, I think you can just get away with so much. Or even being a politician, I think you can get away with so much these days. Yeah, but yeah, observing is definitely a great sort of facet. I did this short film which went to Portland um, in 2019, like right before the pandemic. We had this short film that went to Portland, and it won like a bunch of awards. Like I got an award, the director got an award. We got, like, it was a comedy short film. Okay, it's called Killing Me Hardly. It's a 8-minute short film about a guy, and it's a funny short film. Let's be clear, it's a very funny movie about this, and I'll put it up on my Instagram. I guess whoever's watching still wants to watch it and has me on their Instagram, please, I'll add it, and you guys can watch it for free. It's awesome. Now it's done the festival circuits. Now I can share it. So this film is all about a guy who's trying to kill himself because he hates his life. He really wants to kill himself. Like, he's severely depressed and he wants to kill himself, but he's so unsuccessful at killing himself. He's such a loser, he can't even kill himself properly. Right? So he can't die.
Interesting.
Okay? So he's really trying hard, okay? But he just can't die. So so for this, I actually, the director for this was this guy called Sumer Tiwari. He's also from Delhi, Venki, art scene, theater director, approached me to this project. So before we start filming, so he has these conversations with me about this character and what are his motivations and why does he sort of want to die.
Yeah.
Okay, so he really like sits down with me and he's like, man, think of it this way, that you peaked in high school, you were amazing, you did everything that everyone wanted you to do in your life, and now you've reached a point where you don't know what makes you happy anymore because you've lived your life up till this point for somebody else. Wow. That was really deep. Okay, he went like really deep.
Yeah, he went far on his life.
Yeah, he went really deep into this character, and I swear to God, it was such an awkward sort of basing for this, but to sort of understand that character, I literally was scrambling till I came across this person from my life, right? Who wildly successful guy. Now I'm not going to take any names here, but wildly successful guy. But every time I would meet him, he'd want to like drink a bottle of whiskey and not call it a night. You know, he wants to drink till like 6 a.m., doesn't want to go home. His idea is if he wants to drink, he just wants to drink till the time he's not conscious, you know, because you're trying to escape your reality. So that was sort of a great base of a character for me, where I was like, yeah, okay, I have a vague idea where I can go with this. So then we played with that notion, and then obviously we came up with that character for the short film.
That's interesting, man. It's really, I think it covers all our thoughts, observing people, taking nuances from people. So tell me now, if you lived a character for say 3-4 months, or when you're doing Ludo, how do you get out of it? How do you like?
It takes 3-4 months.
Have so many personalities inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah, you end up becoming James McAvoy from Split. You know, you have like 21 people inside you. No, man. I think it's it sort of feels very cathartic. It feels very cathartic when you sort of lived a character's journey, because that's, I think, I guess, I don't know if there's any young people out here on this panel right now who actually want to know about acting and sort of how to jump into it. I mean, obviously in the beginning, you're going to get really like basic characters, you know, which is you're just sitting, you're in the background or whatever. As you start doing more work and you start growing, you get approached for characters that actually have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
So you're sort of going to be on a journey with this character, right? And you're going to live that journey. So it's like filmmaking, TV shows, all of it. Like, you know, the crux is the same, right? It's always going to be about a character. You get to know about the character, and then you're going to get to know about a conflict in this character's life. So this is the 3 acts of playwriting or filmmaking is sort of the same. Like every screenplay also goes like this. So the first act is going to be character, getting to know the character, seeing what could be a problem in this character's life. Second could be the problem now in front of you. So it could be a character who needs money. So he's trying to rob a bank. He's trying to earn money. He's trying to hustle. He's trying to do something. The problem could be love. The character is there. Now he meets a girl. Now the second act is all about, can he be with this girl or not? You know, that's the conflict, which is like 99% Bollywood, which is awesome. And then you know, it's like mostly about women and like people and money. So that's your second act. And then your third act is going to be, does the character make it? Yes or no? Like, do you succeed in whatever you wanted, or do you fail in trying to get what you wanted? And that's sort of the character's journey. And when you've actually done the full journey for a character, it's really beautiful because you're able to let go of the character easier. Like, it's much easier to then say bye to the character.
Because you found an end.
You found an end. You really found an end. Where it gets really troubling is when, and it's fair process, man. Like, you're a director, you completely understand when we shoot, right? We don't shoot linear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Right? Like I could have, like I had to be on this set where I was like, my day one scene, my first scene was me being really happy and sort of attending this party and being really happy about it. And then an hour later, I had to attend a scene where this girl's breaking up with me, and I have to be in bits and I'm crying and I'm really traumatized and I'm really unhappy. And for everybody else on crew, yeah, for everybody else on crew, and that first scene is coming at the end of the story, and that second scene is coming somewhere in the middle of the story. And I was like, okay. And for everybody else in the crew, they're like, yeah, are you ready to go? And I'm like, I don't know where I am right now because I'm really happy. I need to reach a point where I'm really sad.
Yeah.
And I need to do that journey which the character possibly has over months or days at least. I have to make that journey in an hour.
Yeah.
And that journey can be hard. That journey
can be hard. That definitely can be hard.
And that's I guess that's the only thing for an actor which is really challenging, right? Like, you are your instrument and now you need to learn how to play yourself, like you need to go from all stages of emotions and keep fluctuating between them to suit the rest of the team to sort of create what is on paper onto camera, like to translate it to film. It's crazy. It's actually really crazy. But yeah, that I would say is possibly the biggest challenge of being or playing a character. I think letting go once you've actually lived a whole arc is not that difficult. Like, I find it quite easy. I'm sure some people would say otherwise.
Yes, it's again, I think everyone works on it in a different way. So great, Aman. Thank you for being a part of this and imparting your knowledge and sharing it with all the people who are here and watching it live. So now we're going to head out and announce the winners of our competition for method acting.
Thank you so much, Ankit. Thank you, Red Comment.
Thank
you, KK Agarwal Foundation. Thank you so much for having me, guys. It was an absolute pleasure. Best of luck to the winners. See ya.
See you. Thanks, man. Thanks, Aman. Bye. So I would request the team, Ritu and Sakshi, if you can announce the winners now.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful talk. We've learned so much from sir. So now we will move on to the winners. Ritu, can we please have the video on screen? Hi, Ritu. So everybody is waiting for this moment. We're getting questions in the morning. When will the prizes be announced? And I understand you have worked so hard. All of you have worked so hard, and this is a platform where we aim to showcase your talent to the world. So whether you win or not, you are a champion and you've worked very hard, and you should be proud of yourselves. So the first prize for Mono Act.
Mom, I'm going out.
No,
I'm not going to stay at home because of some stupid fake.
Goes to Krishna Gupta from Bluebells. Congratulations.
Mom, I'm going out. No, I'm not going to stay at home because of some stupid fake disease. Mama, I'm not going to wear a mask. It looks hideous and beyond funny. Bye. I'm going. Mama, I'm back. Where are you? Mama. Mama. Beta, I don't feel well. I told you to wear a mask. Mama, what is happening? Let me call an ambulance. Doctor, what has happened to my mother? Please help us. Doctor, please. What has happened to her? Well, I'm sorry, but your mom has tested positive for COVID-19 and she's in the ICU. her lungs are damaged and we can only help you. We're not very sure. So just please take care of yourself and take all the precautions. I'm sorry. What? COVID? I thought that was a fake disease. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do now? My mom is ill because of me. What am I supposed to do now? I need to do something. I can't let this happen with anyone else. I'm so stupid. Wait, you can make a video. Yeah, where's my phone? I'll just keep it here and shoot something. Hello everyone. I'm Ria and I'm making this video to spread awareness about COVID-19. I thought that it was a fake disease and I didn't realize until my mom got hospitalized yesterday. Honestly, I don't know what to say, but I can just request all of you to please follow all the COVID guidelines. Please wear a mask. It's extremely important. Don't get out of your house unless it's completely necessary. Sanitize and wash your hands regularly. Please do not touch your face and please practice social distancing. Follow all the precautions given by the government. Honestly, no pain. I can't see my mother in pain and she's there because of me. I don't know what to say. Just please be safe. I'm gonna upload this video right away so that everyone can see and be safe. Who's there? Let me just go and wear my mask and check. Mom, is that you? You're back? Wow, I'm so sorry, Mom. I can't believe this. Yes, Beta, I'm back. And honestly, I'm not doing better, but I've tested negative. And I hope you now know that taking precautions is extremely important and that COVID is not a fake disease. It's very deadly and dangerous. Of course, Mom. Of course, I believe you and I'm so sorry. In fact, I've started my own campaign and I spread awareness about COVID. And I urge all of you who are watching me right now to please be at home and please be safe. Thank you.
That was such a great performance. That was so realistic, and we should genuinely learn from that. So now we will move on to we want to request if you're on call. So Krishna, are you on call?
Yes, hello.
Hi Krisha, please turn on your video. We put you on spotlight.
I'm extremely sorry. I'm actually outside. I had my classes today, so I won't be able to turn my video on. But I'm extremely grateful for this, and I can't thank everyone enough.
You did so well, Krisha. That's something that really bothered every one of us, and that is something that acting I feel like should impart. So do you practice acting as a passion, or is it something you want to pursue later in life?
I'm not sure if this is something I want to pursue in later life, but I sure love to act, and I am a part of the drama club. So yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Krisha, thank you so much for participating. Sab unmute करके उसके लिए ताली बजा दीजिए थोड़ा.
Thank you. This means a lot.
You acted. Thank you for participating, Krisha. Okay, now we move on to the second prize. The second prize in this category goes to Rosie Banu from New Horizons.
सुनो आगे वाले सुनो पीछे वाले सुनो दाएं वाले सुनो बाएं वाले सुनो भाई सुनो आओ सुनाए एक कहानी आंखों में लाए जो पानी तुझसा ना होगा कोई भी मूर्ख जो अब भी तूने सीख न जाने सुप्रभात, मैं रोजी बानो कक्षा 11वीं की छात्रा हूँ। मैं न्यू होराइजन स्कूल को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही हूँ और आज हम आपको एक नुक्कड़ नाटक दिखाना चाहते हैं जिसका शीर्षक है कोविड का उपयुक्त व्यवहार। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। हेलो, हाँ रिया, अच्छा बाहर जाना है? हाँ ठीक है, मैं आ रही हूँ। ठीक है, चल रिया आज हम मोमोज खाने चलते हैं। क्या कहा तूने? मैं मास्क ठीक से लगा लूं? अरे अब ये कोरोना जा चुका है, पर तू कहता है तो मैं मास्क ठीक से लगा लेती हूँ, लेकिन ये कोई बीमारी नहीं है। ये सिर्फ साइंटिस्ट और डॉक्टर्स और ये सारे मीडिया वाले हैं ना, इन लोगों के द्वारा बनाया गया एक ऐसे ही हवा वाली बीमारी है। ऐसी कोई बीमारी नहीं है। ये जो तू कह रहा है कि मास्क ठीक से लगा और थोड़ा दूर रहूंगा, अभी बाहर का मोमोज वगैरह नहीं खाना, ये सब क्यों? अब कोरोना जा चुका है, अब हमारे स्कूल भी खुल गए, मम्मी पापा ऑफिस भी जाते हैं और बाकी सारी चीजें भी खुली गई हैं। अब ये सब चीजें करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, अब कोरोना जा चुका है। चल ठीक है, फिर तू कहता है तो किसी और दिन मोमोज खा लेंगे। चल ठीक है, फिर मैं घर जा रही हूँ। ठीक है, फिर बाय। माँ मैं घर आ गई। अरे अब हाथ क्यों धो लूं यार, अब तो मैं मास्क लगा के गई थी ना। अब तो मतलब पता नहीं क्या ही कर रहे हो कोरोना का। चलो ठीक है, मैं अपने रूम में जा रही हूँ। अरे मुझे ये क्या हो रहा है? मुझे ठंड लग रही है, मुझे ठंड लग रही है। तो देखा आपने किस तरह कोरोना ने किया मेरे दोस्त का हाल बेहाल। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि ये हाल आपका भी ना हो, तो कोरोना के जरूरी प्रिकॉशंस और प्रोटोकॉल्स लीजिए। याद रखिए, कोरोना महामारी अभी गई नहीं है। ये जो जैसे मेरे दोस्त ने कहा कि ये सिर्फ साइंटिस्ट और डॉक्टर्स के द्वारा बनाया गया एक ऐसी बीमारी है, ये कोई बीमारी नहीं है, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है। हजारों लाखों लोग कोरोना की पहली और दूसरी लहर में जान गंवा चुके हैं। याद रखिए, अगला नंबर आपका भी हो सकता है। और तो और मैं आपको बता दूं कि कोरोना की तीसरी लहर आना भी बाकी है, और जो कि आ सकती है और बच्चों पर ज्यादा असरदार है। इसलिए खुद भी बचिए और अपने परिवार वालों को भी बचाइए। बार बार हाथ धोते रहिए और जो जरूरी प्रिकॉशंस है, 6 गज की दूरी, मास्क है जरूरी, ये सब करना जरूरी है। अंत में मैं आपको यही कहना चाहूंगी, खुद बचो, अपने परिवार को बचा लो, बाहर जाने से पहले मास्क तुम लगा लो। धन्यवाद।
Splendid performance. Thank you. Are you on call?
Thank you, ma'am.
You can please turn on your video. We'll have you on stage. Hi, Rosie. Beautiful performance by you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It means a lot to me.
So, Rosie, same question for you. Do you do acting for fun, or is it something you want to pursue professionally?
No, ma'am. Actually, I have participated earlier 2-3 performance. Matlab, I have participated MTNL when I was in class 8. Then I have again participated. Now I'm in class 11.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Who's your favorite actor?
Ma'am, actually, I don't used to see movies because I'm in class 11 and I have pursued science, so there's a lot of pressure after it.
I understand. Okay, thank you, Rosie. Thank you so much for participating. सब एक बार तालियां बजा दो रोजी के लिए, उन्होंने कितनी मेहनत की है. Everybody unmute yourselves. Give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Rosie.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now we'll move on to the third winner. And the third prize goes to Khushi Bhatia from Kalka Public School.
मैं इस तक मौजूद इंडिया गेट पिछले एक हफ्ते से कोविड केसेस दिल्ली में काफी कम है। शायद इसी बात को सुनकर दिल्ली वालों ने कोरोना को सत्य में यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि भीड़ लगी हुई है, लेकिन किसी ने भी मास्क नहीं पहना। चलो आइए किसी से बात करें। अरे भाई साहब, आपने मास्क क्यों नहीं पहना? जी मैडम, कोविड तो खत्म हो गया है ना, कोविड के पहले ऐसे ही मास्क पहनने से बहुत घुटन हो। कोविड खत्म नहीं हुआ है, कोविड केसेस कम। प्लीज मास्क पहनिए एंड कोविड प्रोटोकॉल को फॉलो। जी मैडम करें। तो देखा, ऐसे सोच लोगों के कारण, ऐसे ही सोच वाले लोगों के कारण कोविड अभी तक गया नहीं। इस बात को समझे कि अपनी सुरक्षा खुद के हाथ और कोविड प्रोटोकॉल को फॉलो। आइए किसी और से बात। मैडम जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे किसी ने भी मास्क नहीं पहना, तो फिर आप कितने रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, आपने मास्क क्यों पहना? दिमाग में कोई कहने का तो क्वेश्चन बनता ही नहीं था। ये हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, हम कोविड प्रोटोकॉल की फॉलो करें। हम 2 साल से कोविड में थे, अगर हम एक आगे सेफ फ्यूचर चाहते हैं तो हमें ये रूल्स को फॉलो करना होगा। जी मैडम बिल्कुल सही है, आप जैसे सोच पा रहे थे। क्या आपके घर में सब वैक्सीनेटेड है? जी मैम, हमारे घर में जो भी 18+ है वो सब वैक्सीन। वेरी गुड मैम, थैंक यू। आप ऐसे ही फॉलो करते रहिए कोविड प्रोटोकॉल। तो देखा, दुनिया में 2 टाइप के लोग, एक केयरलेस जो अपने साथ साथ दूसरों की जान भी खतरे में, और दूसरे समझदार जो अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को अच्छे से समझ। तो आप कौन सी कैटेगरी में आना? मैं आशा करूंगी कि आप भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फॉलो करेंगे कोविड। बने रहिए मेरे साथ, मैं संस्था रिपोर्टर विद कैमरामैन आशीष। नमस्कार, मैं हूँ संजना रिपोर्टर, आज फिर से आपके साथ फालतू मारी। आप जैसे कि देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे रेस्टोरेंट है, यहाँ पे कपड़े खरीदने की दुकान है, यहाँ पे राशन की, हर दुकान के बाहर में सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के मास्क फॉलो कर रहे हैं, और उसी तरह कई लोग इसका नहीं पाते। आइए कुछ लोगों से बात। अरे भाई साहब, आपको ये मास्क नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है? प्लीज यहाँ पे खड़े हुए हो, गैप मेंटेन। मैडम मैंने मास्क तो पहना हुआ है ना, बस मास्क की जरूरी है तो फिर क्या फायदा? भाई साहब, मास्क तो जरूरी है, पर उसके साथ साथ सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग फॉलो करना भी बहुत। आप मास्क पहनिए और साथ साथ गैप भी मेंटेन। जी मैडम कर लो। तो देखा कैसे अभी भी लोगों को टोकना पड़ा, 2 साल के बाद भी लोग अभी रूल से वाकिफ नहीं है। आइए इस दुकान पे चलते हैं जहाँ पे सभी लोग गैप मेंटेन करके। 1 किलो आटा, 1 किलो चावल। अरे भाई साहब, आपको ये मार्क नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है? प्लीज यहाँ पर सबके सब गैप मेंटेन करके रखिए, इनको दिखाते हैं। तो देखा कैसे राशन वाले ने अपने घर आकर ग्राहक को डांटा। अगर ऐसे ही सब लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो गए तो हमारा देश स्वच्छ होगा। बने रहिए मेरे साथ, मैं रीता रिपोर्टर विद कैमरामैन आशीष गुप्ता। नमस्कार, मैं संजना रिपोर्टर, आज आपके साथ फिर से एक और टूर्नामेंट में। यहाँ पर कुछ बच्चे कोविड कोविड प्रोटोकॉल की अवेयरनेस कराने के लिए यहाँ पर खड़े। आइए इनको देखते हैं। Stay home, save the lives to stop coronavirus. Do the fight. 1. Wear your mask. 2. Wash your hands. 3. Cover yourself with help. 4. If you're sick, stay at home or get a COVID test. Number 5. Get vaccinated if you are 18+. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a beautiful performance. That was so great. So are you here, Khushi? Can we have you on stage?
Yes, ma'am.
Khushi, please turn on your video. Hi, Khushi. Can we see you? We see your stairs. Khushi, can we please see you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
बहुत ही कमाल का परफॉर्मेंस था आपका, खुशी.
Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations and thank you so much for participating.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So, same to you. Do you enjoy acting, or is that something you want to study for?
Yes, I have been acting since I was in 8th class. So I बिल्कुल लगा भी नहीं था कि I'm gonna get a rank, but I'm so thankful. So thank you so much.
Why? बहुत बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस के आपको क्यों नहीं लगा आपको मिलेगा?
I don't know. I mean, I have done serious acts. Like when I say normal acting, I'm always doing serious acts, like crying and everything. So I thought I didn't give my best. So I was just having these thoughts, but I'm so thankful right now.
It was great, Khushi. Please don't have such thoughts. Okay, so
Thank you.
who's your favorite actor, Khushi?
Akshay Kumar, Varun, so many.
All right. Thank you so much for participating, Khushi. Now we will move on to our next set of awards, which is of the debate competition. So we will start with the middle category first. Ritu, can we please have the video? Okay, so the theme for this debate was reopening of schools after the pandemic, right? So the first prize for the middle category goes to Shrishti from Bluebells.
Greetings to the adjudicator and my dear opponents. Today, I, Srishti Sanjay, am here to speak on the motion reopening of schools. And I stand with the statements that schools should reopen. Let me give you all a few reasons to make my side of the victorious. Number one, there have been several studies in the last 15 months that show students have been badly affected. The habit of learning has gone for a toss. In spite of the advantages of online learning, very few students have been able to make the transition and are uncomfortable and do not get the feeling. Local Circle survey shows 80% parents are unhappy with online education. Meghna Rot, a class 10 student, says, teachers explain in detail, but I still do not feel as if I've learned the lessons well. There is nothing like speaking to the teacher in a classroom. It just does not feel real. Teachers too. A majority of them say that the work has only increased, but the outcomes are from satisfactory. Sri Devi KP, a science teacher requesting anonymity, says, only the serious ones attend classes, and many just do not stay in class and leave it midway. I'm waiting for physical classes to begin. Also, there are several concepts that are to be taught, and a video or PowerPoint presentation just would not do. My second point is going to be there is a lot of talk about growing bandwidth and seamless connectivity. But several studies show even in cities, students are grappling with internet issues. In families where there is more than one child, providing access to online classes is a challenge. School managements are left helpless to parents' complaints about being unable to provide students with good internet connectivity. The traditional classroom is a sure bet, say parents. My third point, it is proven beyond reasonable doubt that only online teaching will not prepare a student to face the challenges of life. There is a lot of talk about hybrid learning, which could be the way forward. But physical classes are inevitable. My last point is a student's personality is molded in several ways through elocutions, drama, debates, in-house extracurricular activities. Sports activities are important for boosting self-esteem, better health, and physical growth of the child. Online teaching and learning has a lot of limitations. 90% of students, according to a survey, voted for a no to online classes. I would like to conclude by stating that, my dear opponents, COVID-19 virus is just a barrier and can't stop the humanity completely. We need to restart the world. Thank you for listening to my side of the argument so patiently. I would like to rest my case.
Thank you, Shrishti. You rested your case very well. So are you on call? Okay, I don't think Shrishti is here, but since she's won this competition, for everybody that's also participated, please give a round of applause. She's worked very hard. Okay, so now we'll move on to the second prize. The second prize goes to, again, she's from Bluebells, and it's Anya Jess.
My opponent talked about educational divide due to network issues and lack of smartphones, but I completely disagree with it. She can't deny the fact that due to digital learning, people living in remote areas and villages are now becoming literate in handling technologies. Isn't this amazing? Good morning, estimated judges and my worthy opponent. I, Ananya Gupta, is here to put forth my argument against the topic reopening of schools. My dear opponent, do you even know that a recent research shows that online learning has shown increase in retention of information? Students have got many advantages, like they can set their own learning pace and flexibility of schedule. Most parents are very satisfied with ample opportunities to connect with teachers on regular basis. Then how can my opponent say that schools should be reopened? My counterpart further stressed on the fact that children are hanging out with friends and enjoying. But she's forgetting the fact that children are not following safety precautions seriously. Even after constant reminders of their parents, still some of them don't know how to wear a mask properly, especially toddlers. Isn't the life of children precious? Will they ever be able to follow safety protocols if schools open? Definitely, after reopening of schools, it will turn out to be a hotspot for COVID-19. My dear counterpart, for your kind information, Punjab infection rates have increased by 9.6% between July and August due to opening of schools, which not only affected the lives of children but also their family members. According to a news report dated 8th October, even Tamil Nadu's health department is on high alert as students and teachers tested positive after reopening of schools. Then how can she say that schools should be reopened? Her all facts stand null and void. I agree that students are the backbone of nation, but health is the greatest wealth. Health should be the priority. If the schools are reopened, then they can become hotspot for COVID-19. Children are as vulnerable as adults getting infected. So if the backbone of a nation is not healthy, then it will definitely have an inevitable impact on our country. My counterpart talked about the issue faced by children related to eye stress due to online classes. But according to the experts, number of hours they spend in gaming is comparatively more than the time they spend in online classes. In India, 88% of youth up to the age of 23 believe that they prefer to play online games more than any other activity to pass the time. So how can my opponents say that online learning is the major issue of eye strain among children? Therefore, I hope that honorable jury members will comply with my arguments, my views, and the suggestions that schools should not be reopened as it may lead to a viral resurgence. Thank you.
Thank you, Anya. So we actually have two winners for the middle category, second prize. One is the video you just saw, Anya Gupta, and one we will play after the third prize. So stay tuned for that. So the third prize goes to Kavyani from Surajbhan DAV.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kafyaini, and today I will be speaking in the motion of reopening the schools. For 1.5 years now, the schools in India have been shut. The educational, developmental, and psychological cost of this long term closure are being felt in every house of India, and research is pointing towards long term impact. Just when the COVID cases started decreasing, the decision makers of India granted the permission to reopen the shopping malls, cinema halls, pools, etc. But schools, they are not trivial. And now the question is why and how can we reopen the schools? Firstly, we have to think about the children. As for the children who were about to enter their first step in the school, are totally unaware of the school's atmosphere. And senior secondary students also never got to say a satisfying goodbye to their teachers and friends. And teachers also really miss their schools, colleagues, and students. And don't you think that face to face education is better than virtual education? Well, I think so because when students are learning virtually, they are sitting in front of their screen continuously for more than 30 minutes, which really affects their eyesight. On top of that, they're also losing their concentration as they are more focused on playing games rather than studying. And when children take their notes on virtual devices, they type instead of writing in notebooks, which will lead to a loss of habit of writing in the notebooks, which is a big loss for students themselves. Therefore, in my opinion, we should reopen the schools. And when the schools reopen, we must advise everyone to maintain a proper distance, wear masks properly, and take a healthy diet to increase their immunity. Plus, they should also sanitize their hands. And by keeping in mind the children's future, education, physical and mental health, the government of India should take the initiative to reopen the schools in India for a better and bright future.
Thank you. That was a great point. That was a great motion. So are you on call? Okay, so since she's not on call, please give a round of applause for everybody that participated. Before we move on, as I mentioned earlier, we have two winners for the second prize in debate middle. It's a tie. So the second prize is Anya Jayaswal, and we will play her video shortly. But since she's on call, we will like to invite her on stage.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Could you please turn on your video?
Sure, ma'am.
Hi, Anya. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I'm very sorry. We had a little tech issues. You know that happens with virtual Mela. So we will
So-
play it shortly. Don't worry about that. So tell me, do you enjoy debating? Is that something you enjoy?
Sure, ma'am. I've been doing it since last 1 year, and it's been quite long. And also, I was a part of a national debating team.
Oh, congratulations! That's great. And I think your talent showcases. Your
Yes.
So okay. Thank you. And we'll play your video shortly. We'll call you back. Okay. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Okay. So now we'll move on to the senior category for the debate competition. Okay, so the debate senior goes to, she's, drum roll everybody, Kohana Kumar from Central.
Truly said by Keith Batman. In times where small instructor-led classrooms tend to be the exceptions, electronic learning solutions can offer more collaborations and interactions with experts and peers, as well as higher success rates than the live alternatives. Hello everyone, I am Kohana, and I am going to speak against the motion for the topic, reopening of schools. So there is a large concern with children is that they can catch the disease from teachers, parents, and grandparents. There are some medicational experts who are saying that the older students should go first in order to catch up more intense syllabus, whereas some are saying that the younger students should go first because earlier our development is important. Now imagine any child you know. Is that child capable of following the strict guidelines set by the government for 3 to 4 hours straight if the school reopens with limited supervision? Of course not, because they'll do some of the silliest things imaginable. They'll always hug each other, they can't even follow the simplest instructions, and they'll do whatever they are not supposed to do as soon as the teacher isn't looking. Over the course of this pandemic, we have seen fully grown adults throw fits when someone suggests them to wear a mask. Let's now take an example of some popular markets of Delhi, like the Sarojini and the Karol Bagh market. Half of the people over there don't even bother to wear a mask. So if these mature adults can't even follow the basic, simplest guidelines, how can we expect boisterous little kids to follow the same? Or suppose these people have kids. What do you think? Have they taught their children to be responsible enough whenever they go out? Now talking about the increasing mental health issues, well, I don't think that coming to school and meeting some of our specific friends can solve the problem. Because we do have some of our neighborhood friends and most importantly, our parents. We all know that many people have lost their jobs during the pandemic. God forbid that what if school reopens and their children gets COVID? Will they be able to pay their expenses or provide them proper healthcare facility? I don't think so, because not everyone in our nation can get a free and quality service. Even 1% of lives matter. No parent would want their children to be the unlucky ones. We all know when countries like South Korea and Israel, which are technologically advanced than ours, tried opening their schools. Israel, 7,000 children had to be quarantined, and South Korea had to close down the schools the very next day they opened them. So with no worries of economic crisis and education facilities, children are getting the best one-on-one online lectures by their teachers. And the quality of education has also improved, as I mentioned earlier. So I would like to conclude by saying that education is what remains when one has forgotten everything he learned in school. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great motion. That was an extremely well put, well researched motion. So I want to ask if you're on call, Kohana. If you're on call, we'll call you on stage. Okay, so since she's not there, let's move on to the second winner. This second winner is also from St. Thomas School, Dwarka, and she is Yuvika Sherawat. Congratulations.
Education is the key to unlock the world, a passport for freedom, rightly said by Oprah Winfrey. These days, going to school is not a burden but a golden opportunity. Good morning, everyone. I'm Yuvika Sherawat of Class 9. I'm going to express my views on the topic reopening of schools, and I'm going to speak in favor of the motion. It is rightly said, and I quote, a teacher takes the hand, opens the mind, and touches the heart. Now, this is something that a teacher is unable to do these days. Most of the teachers present here would agree to it. The students would also have similar experience to share. We are amidst a pandemic where learning in virtual classrooms is the new normal. But learning in this way has its own major drawbacks that cannot be overlooked. An online classroom misses out on a basic element of learning, that is face to face interaction with the faculty and their peers. This is affecting the mental health of students as they are losing their interest in studies. Traditional education is based on a system of personal human communication and interpersonal connections. But virtual reality is quite different. It is you and the software and nothing else. This can damage the relationship between the students and the overall human communication. Not just this, but it badly affects the eyesight of students. The next major concern is control over the students and the learning atmosphere they are in. A teacher won't have access to the student's learning environment if he or she is attentive in the class or if he or she is getting the appropriate conditions. Technology remains an eternal sword hanging above our heads as one tries to dive into the learning process. A virtual classroom is as good as the technology behind it. If the learning software doesn't work well with the student's computer or the internet connection fails in the midst of a lesson, the student is likely to spend more time working with the software or repairing that connection than learning the material. While some subjects are theoretical and can be taught effectively online, others require hands-on learning. Students can read about science experiments, for example, but they might not get the full experience until they perform the experiment themselves. Many subjects do not lend themselves well to virtual classrooms as they are best learned by physically experiencing something. So, I strongly believe that the government has taken the right decision in reopening of schools for classes 9 to 12, and I believe that the schools must reopen for the primary classes as well. So, I would like to conclude by saying that reopening of schools is the only peaceful solution. Thank you for being a patient audience. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Yuvika, for your wonderful motion. So, Yuvika, are you on call? Okay, so since she's not, so before we move on to the third prize in the senior category, I would like to make a few announcements. To every participant that has participated, we are truly grateful for your participation, and please don't be disheartened if you did not receive an award, because we had such amazing and great entries. The judges got confused on who to pick and who not to pick. They were very disheartened because they could not declare every child as a winner, because all of you were such great participants and such great, immense talent we received this year, and we're truly grateful for that. So we included a special award called the Judges Special Awards that will be commenced in the coming days tomorrow, and it will recognize immensely talented kids, such talent that we missed out on today's session. So to everybody, please don't be disheartened. We see your talent, we recognize your talent, we truly appreciate your talent, and please tune in tomorrow so that your child or you could be showcased on this platform and the world could see your talent. So we will have the Judges Special Awards tomorrow and in the coming days. So please be tuned and please log into our please follow our all social media and log into our website to know more. Thank you. So now we will move on to the third winner.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so the schedule for the tomorrow will be same as today's on the link as well.
Yeah, we'll just update it shortly. Just stay tuned to our all our social media. We'll update it shortly. Don't worry about that. Okay. So the third winner in the senior category for the debate competition is Jeshua Behnur from Jaspal Kaur Public School. Congratulations.
Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it, said Marian Wright Edelman. Wait, where are you running? Don't rush to school to drop your wad. COVID-19 is not yet over. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Between two stools we come on ground. All that glitters is not gold, and the list goes on and on. A very good morning to the honorable members of the jury and to all who are present here. Today, I, Jeshna of Bluebells Public School, am here to express my views on the topic reopening of schools, and I vehemently oppose the motion. As we know, coronavirus is the type of virus changing different variants that's spreading gradually among people. 70% adults are vaccinated. However, children below 15 years are prone to get affected by these new variants of coronavirus. There is no safe and effective vaccine invented for the children till now. So it is high time to take some prevention for the kids. Though there is not much community transmission at present, the virus may rear its head again during the upcoming festival season and winter months. As of now, many schools are ill-equipped with the safety measures to be taken, and it is a highly daunting task for the school administration. Moreover, children also miss sanitization protocols, and wearing a mask is always an irritating task. On the other hand, online classes are safe. Children are not exposed to the vulnerable virus. Though it is tough time to sit alone and study, it is highly safe for our own and for the community as well. As the debate over whether and when to reopen schools rages across the country, it's important to note that any conversation that simplifies the choice to keep them closed or to reopen them is missing one critical issue, and that is equity. And while the conversation hurtles forward on whether it's safe enough to open schools today, tomorrow, next month, or 3 months from now, without a focus on equity, the decision made can have harmful impacts on children. It's not just children we need to worry about. Plenty of adults work in schools, like teachers, janitors, and more. They all are being put at risk by keeping schools open. Closing schools can make a big difference in flattening the curve. A study in Nature in 2006 that modeled an influenza outbreak found that closing schools during the peak of a pandemic could reduce the speed of spread by 40%. In this moment, faced with only few options, parents, teachers, educators, school staff, and students have every reason to be scared, confused, and angry. In the light of new case studies highlighting the COVID-19 cases among children and keeping the national interest in view, government should refrain from opening educational institutions until the curve is flattened. For God's sake, have mercy. Let us stick to our decision of no reopening of schools, and let us struggle, stumble, and finally succeed in a real manner, because there are no shortcuts to success. It is better to be safe than being sorry. On this note, I rest my case. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Jeshua. That was a great performance. That was
Good
a great.
morning, everyone. Today, I, Jasmine Kaur from.
Thank you. So, do we have Jasmine on call? Jeshua on call. I'm so sorry. Jeshua on your call? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi, Jeshua. Hi.
Thank you.
Congratulations for winning, Jeshua.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm so sorry. Please tell me your name before I.
Actually, it's Jeshna Raja Benha.
Thank you. I'm very sorry, Jeshna.
It's okay, ma'am. It's usual.
How are you, Jeshna?
I'm fine, ma'am. You?
Yeah. So, is debate something you enjoy, or?
Yes, ma'am. I love talking. Basically, I'm an introvert, but yeah, I love talking. So I have done a lot of speeches, welcome speeches. So if any guest comes to my school, then I'll be the one. So it started from there, and I am very thankful to you, very grateful to my partner Kanak Bansal. I think I'd be very happy if she's here, but she's not. But I think I need to thank my teachers also, my school, the health mela to support me, to encourage me. So thank you.
Thank you, Jeshna. Thank you so much for participating. We at KCFI are truly thankful that you participated. Okay, so now can we move on? We are very short on time. I'm really sorry, guys. So can we move on to the slogan writing competition? Ritu. Ritu.
Ma'am, I could see that I had my name for the confirmation prize.
Jasmine, you're right. Actually, we are also giving out consolation prizes, but this is not today. It's called the Judges Special Awards that I just mentioned. So please tune in tomorrow. We truly appreciate your talent, and we will showcase your talent on our platforms. But it is tomorrow. Please just stay tuned on all our websites and all our social media to know more. Okay. Thank you so much for participating. We will truly appreciate your. We will showcase your talent on our platform. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Okay,
Good
so
evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm Srishti Sanjay. I could not be here while my name was being announced.
oh, Shrishti, you won debate for the middle, no?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Shrishti. Congratulations, Shrishti. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations. So, same question to you. Is debate that something that you enjoy? Do you do it for fun? Do you just like it?
Ma'am, I was in Anya Jaiswal's team. We were in a team together. We actually were in the Mahabahas, which is a national debating competition, and I feel extremely privileged that Perfect Health Mera has given me this opportunity to express, my. I think debating is such a great way to express your opinions and your thoughts. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations to both of you, Shrishti and Anya. Anya, we will play your video soon, dear. I'm very sorry. We're just talking to our team. We will play your video soon. Don't worry about it. We will show
Completely alright.
your amazing motion on our platform. Don't worry about it. So we'll play it after the slogan if it's okay. We'll just announce
slogan. We are ready for slogan. And then slogan.
So please put the video on stage, on spotlight.
We have slogans.
Okay, so this is the winner of the first slogan. It is Avishni Gautam from ASN Senior Secondary School. And it reads yoga, meditation, and healthy eating. Follow them and no cheating. Congratulations. That's something we should all learn from. Congratulations. Now the second winner is Aharan from New Horizon School. Ritu, can we have the second slogan on screen, please? The second prize.
Yes, actually, one second.
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's show the third one first.
The second one, it's Arhan from New Horizon.
Ma'am, when we will get to know poems result?
That's tomorrow, dear. Just check our social media. We'll upload the thing soon, the schedule soon. Okay, so I think there's some technical issue. We will open the second slogan after we open the third. So congratulations to Samara Khan from, again, New Horizon School. It says healthy body with healthy mind is non-stoppable journey for anything to find. Congratulations, Samara. That's beautiful and it's beautifully made and you're really good at calligraphy. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to all the winners from the middle category. Could you please unmute yourself and give all of them a round of applause? Congratulations. Okay, so we will show Arhan's slogan after we show for the senior category. I'm really sorry, guys. This happens when you hold a virtual mela, no, like a virtual event. Like things go haywire with tech. I'm really sorry. So okay, so the senior category, the first prize goes to Arshit Garg from Maxford, Rohini. Can we have a slogan on screen, please? Your mental health is a priority. Your happiness is an essential. Your care is necessary. That is beautifully written and beautifully drawn. For somebody who enjoys drawing as well, that is such a beautiful piece of art. Congratulations to you, Arshita Garg. Congratulations from Arshita. Congratulations. Congratulations to Ashita Garg from Maxwell School, Rohini. Okay, now we move on to the second winner. Can we have the second slogan on stage, please? It's Aditi from MM Public School. Can we have the second slogan, please? It's such a beautiful piece of art, Aditi. It says healthy body and mind a priority. Healthy food and yoga are key to flexibility, brightens your personality, remove lethargy and laxity. Congratulations on a beautiful piece of art, Aditi. The third winner in this category is Ishita Singh from Bluebells. Can you please have a slogan on? Wow, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful piece of art incorporated with our slogan. Ishita Singh from Bluebells, congratulations to you. Okay, so now we will play Anya Jaiswal's clip that we missed earlier. So over to you, Naina ma'am.
Consequences thereafter. Let me explain some points to everyone so that my side of the debate appears updated. Number one, Corona is a medical disease and to control it, the crowded places are asked to be shut down in very big numbers. It is a medical option to limit the spread of the disease and has been followed all over the world in this outbreak. For this reason, schools were closed since March 2020. Due to this reason, so many suffered so much horribly, and now they are sending the children to school. It would be stupidity. If everything can be done comfortably in our house, then why do risk their life by sending them to school? In Mississippi, 13,715 students have been tested positive for COVID-19. Since most schools inaugurate the new academic year in early August, sending more than 20,000 students into quarantine for each of the past 3 weeks as August 31st, according to the state health department. In some European countries as well, schools were open but had to be closed again because of the substantial number of the children that were affected. Number two, the vaccination. The third wave of the corona is on the horizon, as the government frequently reports. It is also claimed that the children will be most affected in the wave 3. According to 2021 statistics in Maharashtra, there are approximately 2.6 crore children under 18 years old. 5.2 crore doses are needed by December to January. If the campaign is planned properly to avoid mismanagement and political interference, we would be able to complete the vaccination before January 15. With students, teachers, and school staff are need to be vaccinated during this period. But how could that be helpful? The younger ones are too young to get vaccinated. Their bodies can't handle the effect. We cannot risk their health. Steps are meant to be taken wisely as this is a matter of their life. So, shall we send children to school? The answer is no. They're still young to risk their life and go to school. If they're suffering and their childhood isn't blossoming, so that doesn't mean we need to send them to school and blossom their childhood by risking their life that hasn't even started yet. Thanks a lot to listen to my side of the speech so attentively. I appreciate all your attention.
Yeah. Congratulations, that was amazing. Thank you so much. This comes to an end of our competitions for the day. Now we have our Dr. KK's Med Talks session, which will be live on our Facebook and YouTube pages. As mentioned, we will be giving out special prizes for some exceptional entries that we had got over the next couple of days. We will keep you posted about those. So please don't go away sad that you may not have won today. We do have special recognitions, judges first awards, and everything else that's planned over the next few fun-filled days. We'll have many workshops, many interesting things. So stay tuned and keep joining us every day till the 24th when our Mela ends. Thank you so much and looking forward to it. Thank you.